Alright, so here's a shell pile, okay? We are on Middle Gulf Drive, so we're in between East Gulf and West Gulf Drive. So down here, you're going to see there's not a lot of shells that you see on the beach. Lots of birds, but not a lot of shells. And then on this side, down here, same thing. So like not a whole lot going on in the direction that we walked down here, and down at the very end is the lighthouse, where the direction that we came from. But all of a sudden here, you're going to see there's this big pile of shells. So this is what you've got to remember when you're walking the beach, is that, you know, you might not see anything down here, but then all of a sudden there's this big pile of shells. This is the type of pile that you're going to want to sift through, kind of check out, and it just depends on what you like and what you're looking for. But this area of the beach, we're kind of near Coquina Beach. This area is always really well known for scallops. My husband is like the biggest scallop lover ever. He just loves nothing more than a beautiful calico scallop, and you might be one of those people. So if you can see, I mean, here's a big, nice, pretty scallop. Here's a really pretty scallop, and sometimes they'll have some barnacles on them, but soak them a little bit of diluted bleach and these come right off with a dental pick without too much work. But this is an area where you're going to find just every shape, size, color of scallops that you could imagine. Here's a little conch hiding. I'm just going to make a little pile here so you guys can see. Here's another pink one here. So, I mean, I love scallops. They're a shell that, this one, how pretty that one is right there. They are a shell that I feel like is something you can always find, especially on Sanibel. And I feel like scallops are a shell that make great shells for crafting. They make a beautiful display if you put them in a bowl. You can make ornaments, you can make gift bags, you can make scallop Christmas trees, you can get, you know, look for certain colors and get a bunch of, you know, gray scallops and make a gray picture frame. There's so many fun things you can do with scallops. Here's another gray one hiding here. So like just right there, you've got this whole collection of scallops. This one has beach shoes on, and it's definitely not as fun. Look at that pretty one here. And then let's go here. Really pretty one. Oh, and here's one too. I mean, it's just as many scallops as you can possibly pick up. Just a beautiful little collection of scallops. And I'm just looking for scallops. You can look for other shells, of course, too, but I just wanted to show you this shell pile. You know, if you put your mind to looking for scallops, I mean, you just zoom in here at how many you can see, just the pretty gray scallops. There's a calico scallop right there. Or I'm sorry, calico clam right there. I've got scallop on the brain. There's kind of an ombre one right there in the middle. So, I mean, you really have such an awesome assortment of shells to choose from. So I'll kind of get down so you guys can kind of virtually show with me here. Just make sure I don't fall over. Oh, look at this little pretty one here. I love these like sunburst shells that you will find. And I mean, shine these up with a little bit of mineral oil. This one right here. And right next to it is it's broken. It's a little pear whelk. And there's cotton pods in here. And there's cockle shells in here. And there's a big heart cockle right there. Oh, and here's a really nice big fighting conch here. So just some really fun shells to be found in this giant shell pile. All of these are some scallops. Here comes the tide coming on in, which again is fun. It's gonna not only move some of these shells around, but it's going to bring in some shells too. So there's another scallop here. There's a really, I think my camera got flipped around a bit. Let's see. Get down. Look how pretty. These shells are just so vibrant, bright pink, super pretty. Here comes his husband. He always finds the best shells. Oh my gosh, he found a really pretty orange one. That one, wow. I love the dark ones too. They're all so pretty. And they all have their own individual personalities.
This is 3 days after the storm. This is where everybody else walked by.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, guys. Like, you just have to remember. I mean, there's people out here. There's plenty of shells. I mean, look at the tide coming in. The tide's gonna come in. And it's gonna bring shells in and move shells around, and don't think that there's like not gonna be shells for you when you get here. There's plenty of shells. So look at this one right here. This one with like the frame around it. Look at that one. Oh, it's beautiful. So now, scallop. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Oh, I think it's broken, but the pattern on this is so pretty for like a shell mirror and like just hide it. Hide that broken edge, because look how pretty that is. That is such a cool pattern on that one. Oh, that's one of those semiles or semioles. I never know how to pronounce it. I always call them semiles. Purple semile, purple semile. Here, let me put it down so it'll focus. There we go. It has a cool pattern to it. You can see the pattern on the other side too. Oh, here's a really pretty olive. It's almost stepped on. Here, a nice big olive. Big pretty one. So yeah, these shell piles are so fun. And and you might be like, yeah, I really don't like gray scallops. They're not my thing. But hey, I mean, if you like gray scallops, pick them up. I guarantee you, not everybody likes the dark scallops. But I've seen some people do you guys see that really tiny little tulip? I don't know how my camera's still in case of my shell bag. See if you guys can spot it. Let me zoom in a little bit. See if you guys can spot. See if you can spot the tulip. It's right in the middle there. Right here. That little tulip. Grab this really pretty. Super cute. So there's tons of shells in here. I mean, you could just say shell piles for so long. And there's shells that are underneath all this too. So what you see on the top, there's stuff underneath it. Wow, that's a pretty one. Look at that, really cool. It's like gray and it's blue and it's got some, looks like it's got some maroon pattern. That's a gorgeous scallop. So, Scallop City. I love this. It's so fun. And this nice, ginormous, big shell pile. I mean, I literally could just look at scallops all day long. Never get bored. I never get tired of picking up scallops. just from here to where Barry is. It's not, I mean, it looks big, but it's not. Like 10 miles of beach, guys, and this is just, you know, less than a football field long of shells. It's not very long when you're talking 10 miles of beach. So you gotta come shell and seek and find the shells. Gotta find the shells here. Barry's got a really pretty buttercup. Love buttercups. Look at the color on that one. That is a beautiful buttercup. And he's got a really pretty apple murex. The nice thing about apple murex shells is they come in such a variety of colors. You've got super light ones, and then you've got super dark ones. So just like scallops, they come in such a variety, which is really fun. I mean, I'm the type of sheller that I get hooked on like one shell. Like I'll come out here and look for scallops, and I'll pick up the scallops and leave a bag full of scallops. But of course, you know, if you're looking for coquinas, you know, it's the same thing. Keep in mind, like there's a whole rack line up there. There's a whole rack line all the way up here. So, like we haven't even checked out yet. And then there's the break line too. So, you know, right here where the waves are starting to come in, you know, this is a great place to shell. And I'll take you guys down here to kind of the actual break line. Well, it's kind of a weird break line because we've kind of got two. We've got the break line out here where there's probably like monster shells, like where this gentleman is right here, where the waves are breaking. But then we've got this little shelf starting right here where all these shells are starting to kind of wash up. So there's a pretty little scallop right here. And this is really a fun place where you can find some cool things that are starting to wash up too. So explore. You've just got to explore all of the areas of the beach. This is a great place to find minis and tinies that are being washed up. So if you have a little net or a little scooper, you can scoop up here, and this is a great place to find those little shells that get caught all up in here. This is a great, look how clear the water is. Oh my gosh. So clear. I love seeing the nice clear water. Let's see if we can find anything fun floating around. So there's a little mini. Oops, I lost it. There it is. So you can just see them tumbling by. It's helpful if you have a little net to help you grab them. You gotta be quick once they start rolling, but a lot of the time you'll see them as they roll. There's like a big piece of the conch here. Let's see what this is. Yeah, just a big piece of the conch. So, and then here's where they all start washing in and washing out. So this is also a really good place to look. This really pretty scallop right here. So many different places that you can choose to shell on the beach, which is, you know, really a fun part of shelling. I mean, it's almost like fishing, you know, you can fish. Focus in here, focus. You know, you can choose to focus in on, I say it's kind of like fishing. You know, you can fish the backwaters, you can, you know, fish in a lake, out in the Gulf. You know, there's so many different places to fish, and it's the same thing with shelling. You know, there's so many places on the beach that you can choose to shell. There's this cool piece of a king crown. It's a fun, unique piece right there. Look at all these pretty scallops. These big, beautiful scallops. I love the ones with a lot of pattern to them. There's ones with solid colors. This one. And these are so pretty, shined up with some mineral oil. Here's one hiding pretty pattern on there. a whole bunch of gray, dark gray scallops. Beauty. Don't find a lot of those big true tulips, but I am determined one day to find me a big true tulip. So scallops. Little buttercup. So that is the shell pile.